Some people call us haberdashers, some call us hatters. Everybody who comes in my store knows me as Hat Man.
Some titles are given, others are earned.
And I met an older man, his name was Steve Sparrows, and he owned one of the very first hat shops in Phoenix. And I became friends with him and kind of learned the craft from him. And then I met another guy by the name of George Falkides, who owned the very first hat shop in downtown Phoenix from 1912.
That was over 30 years ago for Rich Glisan. He perfected the craft that was taught to him, and with $300, he created a local business that would keep the tradition of being a hatter alive.
Originally, we was just going to clean hats. I wasn't going to sell hats. And then after a while, we had a few of the old cowboys start coming in and wanted a good selection of hats. So little by little, we started stocking those.
Well, that was many brims ago. Today, Rich still makes hatters of the past proud. He takes his time cleaning and blocking, just like he always has, with these blocks that have been in the valley since 1912.
What we're doing now is I'm going to start blocking a hat. This is a body that we use. This comes in, as you see it, just an open crown. This is called a block. We're going to loosen up the hair fibers. There is no adhesives, no glues, nothing in this. Each piece of hair has a barb on it, and all the little barbs of hair intertwine with each other and it becomes one piece. Each block comes in a different style as well as a hat size. And then we just start pulling it down. We'll put on a finishing oil. Now the next process that we're going to use is we're going to steam the flange in. This is called a flange. It's just going to be pushed down. We're going to add a finishing oil to it. And the next process is we want to press this down so with the adhesive on there it'll mat the fur to hold the shape a little bit more. So what we do with this is we actually cover it up. This is a hot iron. We'll actually start ironing this flat. So that's the start of a new hat.
The craft continues until the hat becomes a small work of art. His hands creating a piece of Americana, one fold at a time, telling a story of a profession that is slowly riding off into the sunset.
Well, there's very few, as we've lost 20% of the existing hat shops left in the United States. Because most of those were owned by older men and the family just didn't want to carry on the tradition.
But for now, Rich continues his heritage every day. Besides Sunday, taking his time to make sure the right hat fits the right head, even building some confidence.
Somebody comes in and they're not really sure. I want to take the time with them and try on several styles, different colors, until they find something that they're comfortable with. And you can even sometimes tell a difference in their attitude or the way they walk. They feel a little more stylish, a little more cool with a hat on.
Arizona is the perfect climate for the perfect hat. From the iconic Stetson, golfing, hiking, and fishing hats, to the classic fedora, Rich has them all. Even some famous people have worn the Heritage Hat label.
I've made several hats for President Reagan. I made a lot of hats for actor George Burns, Wallace and Ladmo, the cast of Glee.
So what keeps Rich going? Could it be the craft? Or it could be that he's on his third generation of loyal customers. At the end of the day, it's all about one thing.
So I think it's just the whole personal experience of meeting people and knowing that they got something that they like, and the word spreads.
I love Heritage Hats. I'm going to have to definitely go by there. And if you'd like to go by, you can always go to our website, sonoraliving.com, to find more information.